Yeah, welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions. We've got a great show today. We're going to be talking about FPV today, how to set it up, and all kinds of neat things that you'll need to get your FPV flying. But before we get going, before I bring up my co-host, it is time for a little ArtCo humor. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to apologize for being late this evening. I had a little trouble driving down here. That child safety seat was stuck to my ass. Boy, it's a real bitch steering with that plastic deck head in the way. All right, let's get going. Since this is a drone show, it's time for drone humor. Getting my drone stuck in the tree wasn't the worst thing that happened to me today, but it's definitely up there. Sure, you could teach me how to fly a drone, but I think it would just go over my head. Amazon just got approved for drone delivery. We now have to skeet shoot for prizes. Ba-doom boom. Did you hear the Germans now have breakfast delivery drones? Yes, they call them Luftwaffles. Why are drone pilots considered snobs? Because they always look down on everyone. My friend's drone business closed recently. I heard it really didn't take off. Why do drones get so many pictures of mermaids? Because they're aerial photographers. Did you hear about the shop that sells sentient drones? Yes, they're flying off the shelves. And also, please stop dreaming about pizza delivery by drone. It's just a pie in the sky idea. Alrighty, and that concludes our drone humor. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. We've got James Tanner, my PI Dream, in the chat, probably eating waffles right now. Then we got Angie Lost Girl Heights, Chris Wedgeworth, Robbie RC Pro, all the way from Belgium. I bet he's eating some waffles, but it's probably 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning over there. And then there's DJ, we call him Alec Mart's Aerial Videos, all the way from Greece. It's probably about 3 a.m. in the morning there. Yellow Rose Drones, welcome, good to see you. Charles Meyer, welcome to the show. Michael McRennell. And I don't know who this Kovacian dronography guy is. I don't know. And Tom Tintos, welcome to the show. And Dustin Gable, So Ill Ariel, and Bill Ronane's Toys, welcome to the show. Jody Drone Shots, as always, great to see you here. And Chris Doc Murdoch, who I am going to be getting together next week, right here in my neighborhood here. And then we have Lauren Donauer, welcome to the show, and Matt Cundiff, Maddie's World, welcome to the show. Alrighty, let's get this ball rolling. Let's welcome my effervescent co-host all the way from Liverpool, New York, not England. So let's welcome to the stage the big man that loves cranberries. Let's welcome Chuck. Hello, Chuck.
You gotta let that cranberry shit go or I'm gonna hurt you. How you doing, Art?
I'm doing pretty good, boy. That blueberry beer wheat beer. That sounded good.
It's a good summer beer. I've had that from other breweries. It's always sometimes they put real blueberries, like they put them in the glass.
Oh,
Like
cool.
Lori had one when we were out with our niece a few weeks ago, and our niece looks at the glass. She's like, "Aunt Lori, what's in your glass?" She's like, "Those are blueberries." She's like, "Blueberries in with a beer?"
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. That was probably that was one of my favorites there, just because it was hot, and that's really refreshing and yummy on a hot day. It's a good one.
Yep. Did you ever watch the Drew Carey show?
No, I saw bits of it, but
Oh, well, they used to brew their own beer. It was called Buzz Beer. It was made with coffee.
oh, cool,
Yeah. Hmm.
interesting combination:
Yeah.
alcohol and caffeine.
Yep.
Well, you
That's
can do
right.
that with yeah, Kahlua and coffee is really good. Same blend.
That sounds good.
What?
Alrighty, we're going to
What?
talk a little bit about FPV drones, some of the things that you'll need to get your drone flying. And one of the things that I got was a charger because you're going to need a special charger to charge up your batteries because they take a special plug. You notice on the end of this has a 4 and 3 prong plug, and on this side, this is where you put your
Line
AC,
voltage.
yeah, your high voltage in here. And if you're on a budget, this is a great thing to have. I got it for $10 on Amazon,
So does
and
that
I
make up for the fact that FPV batteries are typically not smart batteries that safely charges them?
that's true. Yes.
Yeah, because I would think that'd be mandatory. You don't want to be just charging these things up kind of haphazardly,
Yeah,
or
that's true. That's
or you
true.
make fire,
and,
make fire, fire
and
good.
also,
Not
if
in this
you want to
case.
be a little more safe, put the battery in a lipo bag while you're charging for that added security.
I need to get
But
more of
I
those.
like to live on the edge, so I don't.
Oh, okay. I actually charge
But
all
I'm
my.
always I'm always in the room while it's charging because uh, never charge them and then hey, I'm going to the grocery store and come back. Hey,
Yeah,
where's my apartment? What are these fire trucks doing?
I set the battery charger and the batteries on the fireplace mantle, which is made of brick, so I figured it's pretty safe.
There you go. There you go.
That's about as good as it gets. Because I'm
Yeah.
not gonna watch them charge. It takes like
Yeah.
3 hours for the Mavic 2 batteries to
Yeah,
charge
and the
as a
nice
set of
thing
four.
about this has indicator lights on it. They're red when first charged, and then they turn green when they're done.
So
So,
yeah. So that makes up for the fact that those lipos aren't loaded with electronics like the DJI ones are and the
right.
Autel ones.
Now, they do have some chargers that have LEDs, so you can kind of, watch the how much voltage it's building up. And
Charge them till they blow.
yeah, there you go.
As Doc Murdoch said that in the chat. Hey Doc, you're crazy as always, man. Charge them till they blow.
And here's the drone that I'm trying to get to fly. And this is the tricky part getting it to bind. You have to hold down the button and at the same time plug in the battery while the receiver or the transmitter is in bind mode. So you got to do like this, really tricky stuff. So what I did today is a really good FPV place called Grayson Hobby, just outside of Atlanta, Georgia, and they've got a like a switch that has the oop. Wow, I hate that when
What'd you do?
I bumped something and and all of a sudden there's code on the right
Oh
hand.
yeah, that's it's control
So yeah,
buffer.
so what it is, it's a switch that goes in between here, so you can plug it in here, and then you hold down the button, flip that switch, and it binds for you. So, 13 bucks with shipping. That'll be here in a few days. So that is a cool thing to have.
What camera are you gonna use on
And
that, Art?
pardon?
What camera are you gonna use on that drone? Or what's
I
on
was
it?
going to put one of these. This is a SJ cam. This is a M10. For some reason, this thing doesn't work, but I have another one that's Wi-Fi capable. So
Cool.
if I wanted to, while I'm flying, I could turn on my phone and I could watch. Hey, cool.
Oh, nice, yeah. Is that analog? Oh, it's Wi-Fi is digital.
Yeah, this is analog, and the camera is Wi-Fi.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Pretty good range. What about 100 meters on a good day with no
Yeah,
obstructions?
something like that. Cool. So, uh, some things you'll need when you're setting up your quad. You'll need to download a program called Betaflight, and there are other different uh, programs that you can use, but this is the most common, and it helps you to set up your drone and to set up your controller, your transmitter. And before you do that, is you set up your transmitter, because if you notice, this has a whole bunch of switches on it.
Holy crap, that thing's bigger than that Autel smart controller. Look at that thing.
And this has different switches, and you could set them up for different functions.
And good for weight
And
training.
so on my Cinewhoop, or not a Cinewhoop, but my little Tiny Hawk 2, I've got it set up to where this switch is my arm switch.
I'm sorry, I find it so funny that the controller is about the size of 16 Cinewhoops. You could use it as a landing pad. You can land them on there.
Yep, you can. Nice thing about it is this one's got a place to hook up a lanyard on.
Yeah, that's good because that looks kind of heavy.
It's a little heavier than the Phantom controller. Not much.
Okay.
But this switch here, this is for my, I could fly and stabilize, Horizon, and then Acro. And this switch over here is a momentary switch, so you could set up a beeper. And I do have a beeper I could hook up on there later if I wanted to.
Oh, that's cool. I've heard of a lot of guys losing their FPV in high grass or something, and the beeper is the only way to find it.
Or a tree.
Or that went word over my head.
Yeah, I bet it did.
Well, when you're vertically challenged like me, pretty much everything goes over your head. So my head.
Hey, tell me about it, Chuck.
Yeah, okay.
And so you could set it up for, all kinds of other things, So you got, options, which is a really nice thing. Oh, and then on the bottom here, there's a little screen, and that helps you to, set up your drone, because that's always good to have. And so if I don't get this bound before Chris gets here, Chris is going to help me out when he gets up here.
When's Chris coming up your way?
Yeah, he's bringing up, last time he was rebuilding the engine on his daughter's car. Had a cracked block,
New engine time.
so he pretty much he found a block or he found an engine and swapped them out and next weekend he's bringing that car up here, and she lives just south of Denver, so which is works out great. He's going to meet Sean, I think, I guess Saturday or Monday, something. So, because Sean's car is not doing that great, so because he doesn't want to come down to Denver because his car is kind of, driving a little iffy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the few things that you need, and there are tons of videos on YouTube that'll help you along, help you to set up your quad and your transmitter.
Robbie says he's pulling up on our seat. Well, he pulling up on Beta Flight.
Yeah, Beta Flight is good. The two guys that I follow is Joshua Bardwell. He's fairly big on YouTube.
You think? Just a little sizable channel?
Yeah, a little sizable. What's he up to? 500,000 or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's way up there. And then there's Drain Man. He's pretty good.
Oh, I've never watched Drain Man.
Yeah. Drain Man.
Watch Drone Supremacy. Well, Across the Pond. I like his FPV
that's another
stuff.
good one.
He's a cool dude.
There's a whole... Okay, so, Dot says he's going to meet Sean Monday. Oh, cool.
That's awesome, man.
He's just small potatoes. That's
Sean's doing great. His channel's doing great.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And hello to Drone Views Media, all the way from... are you in Ireland or are you back on the mainland of Europe? Or are you in the You're probably not in the Philippines. Philippines, boy, they're... From what James said last week, parts of Manila are still on lockdown.
It's pretty bad in Thailand too, according to Keith. It's messy there, and that kind of helps explain why we can't get any damn chips.
Yeah.
Mess.
So Drone Views, he's still in Ireland. Hey, you ought to do a video on that Tello that I sent you that you won. Yeah, that'd be cool to see
the
that.
Tello in
Yes,
Ireland?
that's right, Robbie. The Delta virus. Yeah.
Yeah, Delta virus. There's absolutely nothing pretty in Ireland to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Except everything. It's a cinematic drone flyer's freaking wet dream right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Scotland's another cool place to fly.
We might get over there in September. Just got to figure out how the hell to get through all the testing and crap. Working on it.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Working on it. Might get over there. Bring 3 drones. Think that's enough?
Also, I wanted to let everybody know, no show next week. I will be at a service for Rick's son, who passed away about 3 weeks ago, and I will be having dinner with the family. So,
that's too bad, but it's nice that you're going to get together with them.
Yeah. So, Chris, I will talk with Rick or his wife and talk about setting up a thing where I could give a discount code on some if you want to order candy. We'll work out something, and maybe I get him to sponsor this channel. That would be good.
Ooh, a toffee sponsor?
Yeah.
Nice.
That'd be the only drone channel Sponsored by Candy Manufacturing. Gene Fox, he just got his toffee a couple days ago.
Yeah, I can see it now below ArtCo Drone Solutions. Sponsored by.
Sponsored by, yeah.
Cool.
Well,
Cool.
if you ever watch Darcizzle Offshore, she's sponsored by, yeah,
Oh, sorry, no. Yellow Rose Drones. Learn all the names of the
virus
variants.
test. Yeah.
Oh.
Names of all.
No,
yeah,
what about
right.
Darcizzle? You started to talk about Darcizzle.
Oh, anyway,
sponsor.
she's sponsored by Hair Club. It's
Yeah,
one of her
that
sponsors.
manscaping thing.
No, that's a different.
She
That's
she was pushing that thing, and like
Oh,
she had her little red bikini on, and or whatever it was.
Oh,
Not much. I
yeah,
think I don't know how many guys jumped up and ordered that thing as fast as they could.
and
Thought she was going to come with it, probably.
yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
She and I think Smith Knives is another one of her sponsors. And
I
and
think
then
they have
there's
fishing
some
gear and stuff. Wouldn't they have like fishing gear and stuff? Because
fishing
like,
gear. The Smith Knives is like knives and sharpening equipment, which is cool.
it seems like you'd think there's actually quite a few channels like Darcizzle's channel now.
Yep.
You know, they're all jumping on the bandwagon because it's, but you know, that you would think the fishing rods, fishing reels, anything having to do with
Lines
fishing,
and hooks.
yeah, all the accessories and stuff. You think they'd be jumping all over these chicks to like get them to push their stuff because it's mostly a guy thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, typically,
Mostly, I would
mostly
say
guys.
about 75-80%, and then the rest are women.
I mean, like the drone industry. You think they want to get
Yeah.
they want to get some attractive women pushing stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Just
And
think
what
how
is
good
that?
the couple of really attractive girls out there flying drones. Their
Oh,
channels
yeah.
get pretty big pretty fast.
That's a good idea. Make me yeah,
Yeah.
Upper Deck Media. That'd be cool. And another company is what is it? Echelon exercising equipment. She's got that. It's like an exercise bike, kind of like
Not
what
Pendleton kind
Pentalon
of or
sells.
yeah. What is that thing? I know you're talking about the one with the
Pentalon,
screen.
yeah.
Yeah. Paladin or I don't know.
Peloton, yeah, Peloton.
Whatever the hell it is. Tomato.
Pelican. I
whatever the hell
call
that
it
thing is.
Pelican exercise bikes.
Yeah. Our treadmill that I don't use anymore is kind of like that. It's connected to the internet and you can.
Well, I mean, if you have a dog and you're just tired about walking him,
Put it on the treadmill.
yeah, there you go.
Get a fire hydrant that pops up here and
There you go.
with a kiddie pool under it so you can clean up the mess.
Yeah, there you go.
That might be a bit much.
So,
I wonder. I noticed James said he was going to lose power in a few hours, so I think he was going to try to jump on sooner. So maybe he's wolfing down his waffles.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
I suspect he is.
Yeah, I wonder how Bill advertising my right. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Bill.
Oh, there have been times on her show she'll say something and Brian will just jump on a joke and she just kind of shakes her head, says, "Get your mind out of the gutter, dude."
The whole channel's in the gutter.
Yeah.
Everybody who watches is watching it for the same reason. Just saying, most of us. You're actually a fisherman, so you have an excuse.
Yeah, I do. Yep.
I have no excuse.
Well, some of the stuff she does is pretty interesting, like catching scallops. I had no idea those scallops, they swim. I mean, they kind of, you know, with the two shells, they go like that, and they
See,
kind of move.
this is so funny. The only time I've seen scallops is on a plate, so I didn't know how they could swim.
Yep.
They ain't
So what
swimming
you
when I
do
get to
is
them.
you swim down, and they're like grassy areas, so they're kind of hard to see. So you just grab them from behind. They'll pinch you, but I
Wow.
guess it doesn't really hurt. It just, you know, just grab
Kind of
them.
like gum ya, sort of.
Yeah. hmm
Yeah.
And they've got those cool cobalt blue eyes.
You looking for a picture?
Do I have a picture?
Oh, I thought you were looking for. I heard the click click of the mouse. I thought you were
No.
looking for a
Somebody
picture.
sent me a message, but hey, speaking of pictures, oh God, I got a good one. Okay. This was something that I sent to Sean, and it's right up Sean's alley. Oh, you guys will,
Tattoos?
you oh, you
No.
gotta see this. There you go. Talk about an
Oh,
ultimate tattoo.
that. I had a feeling it was a tattoo. Jesus. Yep.
Just imagine if the guy had an Audi. He'd have a cat with hemorrhoids.
That's just
I mean, some of the shit you'll see on Facebook just cracks me up.
Recovery one drone. Hey, I hunted the grocery store too. Yep, that's where I do all my hunting. Wegmans. That's the big chain
Great
you're in.
tattoo.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's just not.
It is kind of wrong. I agree.
I know.
And that's for like life.
Just,
You gotta wear that. Well,
I
you get them
know.
removed, but
Yeah. Well, I had a friend of mine. She had, you know, birds on her shoulder. You know, like a parrot. You know, it was really beautiful tattoo and some koi, and she had it removed because, you know, she's entering middle age, and she didn't want that parrot to look like a stork, I guess.
well, I was okay. That's one problem, but
Yeah.
what about like, how do you see if you have like a lesion on your skin or something? I mean, how do you find stuff before it becomes serious? If it's kind of hidden by a tattoo, maybe nobody cares about that. But I don't know. It's like kind of wonder.
Could be. But yeah, they have a way you could remove tattoos. And
Maybe laser them off now.
yeah, yep, that's right. And from what she tells me, she says it feels like somebody flicking a
Rubber
rubber
bands.
band on your
I've
arm.
heard that too. I had a coworker who had all the back hair removed from his back, obviously. And he said
Oh,
that's how he described it. He said like when they zap you with the laser, it feels like somebody snapping rubber bands at you.
yeah.
Yeah, I know, pretty unpleasant. And then how long does it take to remove a tattoo? I mean, imagine it was a pretty decent size one.
Yeah.
So that's a
They
little.
probably
That's a small
do
little
it
beam.
in stages. You
Yeah, it's
know?
like snap, 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 snap. They gotta like trace it. Like, ouch.
Okay, we got the head of the bird removed. So
Yeah, only about 6
got
hours
head
left to go.
Yeah.
Probably have to do it multiple visits, I would think. Probably have to go and they do part of it, then you come back, they do another section, maybe. Whatever. I don't want to go through that. I have no tats. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm boring.
Me neither. No tats.
James
However,
probably does.
I did do body piercing once.
Oh, really? Now?
Yeah, when I was 13, I had rods that went through my legs where they would tie a rope to a sandbag up over a pulley to stretch my legs.
Really?
Yep.
Are you? That's almost
Called
like
traction.
Jesus, man.
Yeah. So when I see these guys with these piercings. I go, pussy.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah,
serious, Art. That's serious stuff, man.
yeah, yep. On both legs,
That's
three
like
months on
that's
each
as
leg.
that's like some medieval corrective action.
Yeah.
Kind of like well,
Hmm. Yep.
orthodontics are just as barbaric, really.
That's right, Akira Show.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yep. And oh, the bad part about I broke a pin once. Ooh,
Ooh,
boy, was that fun.
I bet
I
not.
had to go numb my leg, and then you ought to see the tool that they use to remove it. Looks like a hand crank drill.
I hope things are more civilized and modern now and less
Yeah.
invasive.
Mm.
Because what time period were you talking, Art?
Early 70s.
Yeah, things have advanced a little bit anyway. Some
Oh,
things.
and then a few days later, they had to put a new one in. So
Out
I
comes the
wasn't
hand
too
drill.
happy. I was not a happy camper for a week. I
Ouch.
was like,
Get out the hand drill again and
yep.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tough bastard, you.
Oh, it just, I mean, even though they numb you down there, it just that feeling that, oh,
At least they numbed you. It didn't feel like like a tennis ball in your mouth. Here, hold this. Or
mm-hmm.
gag you and then start drilling.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch. Did you get any flying in?
Uh, I will tomorrow morning. It depends, God. It it's been really hazy
Yeah.
here because of all the
All the smoke?
wildfires. We had like 34, 35 straight days of poor air quality here. I mean, it's like being in Beijing when they had the Summer Olympics there. It was just like a haze out there.
Smog?
Yeah, I went to a drone place today called Full Send um, FPV because I was going to have them, you know, help me set up my drone here. So I get out there, and my eyes are
Like burning,
burning,
probably.
and my throat was scratchy, and so
Oh,
I get all the
it can't
way.
be good.
No, then I get all the way out there. The guy that could help me is not there. He was away at some event or something.
Was he supposed to be?
I mean, you
I
would
mean,
think so. I mean, you have an FPV business.
yeah.
You should be there. It I
I meant
don't know if it,
maybe. I thought maybe
well,
you didn't call first just to double check, like
yeah,
because
that's what I
it's
should.
so routine that he's there though that you just expect he's gonna
Yeah,
be there, kind of thing. Yeah, yeah.
but I
Been there,
did
done
check
that.
out the facilities because out back they've got this warehouse space, and that's where they do the FPV flying.
Oh,
They
cool.
have all these obstacle courses.
You know, that's actually there are a couple of really good spaces here in Syracuse that are just vacant.
Hmm.
What a cool idea.
And on the floor, they do RC car racing.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you use the same
Yep.
space.
Hmm.
You could have a track
Yep.
for cars, and then you could have the wow. Just there's like a grocery store that's a imagine an old grocery store that's wide open.
There you go. Yep.
I wonder what the rent
Yeah.
would be.
Yeah.
Wonder if that business would take off. Art
There or clean up on aisle
stealing,
5.
stealing your yeah, it's a good one too.
I want to say
Stealing your
hello
joke.
to Johnny Drone Flyer.
Yeah,
Welcome
hey
to the
Johnny.
show. Good to see you.
They had a really good show this week.
Yes, they did.
That
They
was
had that guy from Autel, I think.
yeah. The
Yeah.
CEO is what 13. Doogie Howser, the CEO of Autel. I'm kidding. He's like what 34 or something.
Yeah.
Cool dude.
Eh,
Really cool
eh,
dude. He made me. I'm telling. I mean, I love my DJI stuff, but just listening to him talk, and he's so down to earth and so
yeah.
cool. And he looked like Paul Rudd with his like flannel shirt on and stuff. Just looked like a regular everyday guy. It's like Yeah, I could totally get into buying products from this dude because it's
Yeah.
like, and he gives out his email. Gave out his email. Very
Well, I
cool.
say hello to Tom. Okie Tom, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Yeah, so yeah, I watched most of that, and yeah, so it's nice to see that DJI's got some competition.
They do, and I think Autel is looking to get some of that market share. But he says they want to grow the pie. But come on, nobody cares if the pie gets bigger. You want a bigger piece of the pie, and if the pie gets bigger, all the better.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't it be cool if they come out with a mini, like a nice Autel orange mini?
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
I'll bet you they're working on that. He said they didn't seem interested in FPV, like DJI already did it.
yeah.
But he can't, they were asking a lot of questions of a guy who really can't tell you that much because they can't tell you what they have up their sleeves,
Yeah, that's true.
right? That's proprietary stuff. So I mean, I thought he handled himself really, really well with all those questions.
Now, the guys that I fly with on Sunday, one of the guys has a Skydio 2, and
Still want
that
one of
is a
those.
cool
Yeah,
drone. Just
yeah.
before he left, he had it set up to track his buddy's SUV, so I got to see it fly and chase the SUV. I go,
It's
oh,
really
that's
cool. You can use the pendant. I mean, I had one on order. I was in, I think, batch 3 or something,
right.
and I just got sick of waiting, so I threw out
Yeah.
I canceled the order. But I wonder if there's a Skydio 3,
Yeah.
I might just have to nibble on that because that's cool the way that works.
How about a Skydio Mini?
Ooh,
Skydio FPV?
ooh. Well,
There you
actually,
go.
it kind of um, it could fly like its own autonomous FPV drone,
Yeah.
really.
Well, Sean Oz
They
has
lock the
one. He
gimbal.
loves it.
Well for what he does, being a
Yeah.
guy who right, he's the perfect candidate for not only a GoPro but a GoPro with blades on it, like what Skydio 2 is. That's what that thing's all about, and it's kick ass.
And he's got a great channel because it's not just drones. It's electric skateboards and all kinds of other stuff.
He's got a little bit of Casey Neistat in him.
Yeah.
Or, is that how you
Yes, he
pronounce it?
does. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of Casey. Bet you'd like Casey's audience. A few million people.
Oh, also, what I wanted to talk about today
Michael.
is we had a flood last
Oh,
week out in just east, of Grand Junction near Palisade, where they had a big rainstorm up in the Pine Gulch burn scar, and that water just came down, and then it went over I-70 and deposited boulders all over the freeway.
wow.
Yeah, so the freeway, it's closed for, until, they could clear it off, and it's closed for quite a while. So I don't know when it'll be open. And then when it does open, then they'll have to repair the damage from the flood.
That would be some good drone footage.
Well, somebody
What?
did get
Oh,
some
okay, should have
drone
known.
footage.
Should have known. But that's the power of water is just mind blowing.
Well, this guy, he was able to kind of get ahead of the beginning. So he followed it down the creek, and it picked up a couple of tractor tires with it. And it was a great big debris plug coming down the mountain
Man,
with tree limbs and
sounds like
these tires, and the water was like a really dark gray because of the ash
Oh, they,
from the burn.
yeah, I was gonna say
And
that's like when Mount St. Helens erupted. Remember they had the
hmm
all those mud flows and things.
yeah, that's right.
That was
Yep,
another insane
and
thing.
that just came down, and yeah, it took out a major highway. So now truckers, they have to divert and go north and go
Ooh,
over,
how
uh, up by Craig and go all the way up to Rock Springs, Wyoming, and take I
gotta
80
what kind of
over to.
how much time does that add to their trip? Like a day?
Well, yeah, it added another 5 to 8 hours to their trip.
Freaking work
Yeah.
day. God,
Mm.
that sucks.
Yeah.
And then who pays for that? You and me. Everybody
Yeah,
else.
that's right.
Got to deliver the goods.
Hmm.
Wow.
And what surprises me is why we didn't, plant some grass or some type of ground uh, cover. Because once you get that established, and it wouldn't have to be, you don't cover the whole valley, you just,
Create
do
breaks. You
little
create basically,
spots here and
yeah.
there. And
That's not too different from like a metal roof where they put those brakes on it to stop ice from
yeah.
just sliding off. Basically, you're slowing
Hmm.
things down, keep it under control.
Hello, Robert Glazer. Good to see you. Yeah, because it's like what James did with when he finished his house. Did you see how they planted the grass in his yard?
With the rolls,
No,
didn't he? Oh no,
little
he was talking about using turf. I didn't see him plant grass.
no. What he did is he had like inch size plugs of grass, and they would put them every few inches from each other.
And then it just fills in.
Then it just fills it. Yep.
Cool.
And he's got Bermuda grass over there, so it looks nice. Yep.
I have crabgrass here. Doesn't look so nice. Mixed in with dandelions and ground ivy. Very colorful.
Yeah. Well, we got all kinds of weeds growing around here. We got what we call buffalo grass,
You guys have all kinds of
bluegrass.
weeds growing
That's
there.
right. That's
Sativa, indica, whatever. Sorry. No, I'm not. Hair plugs for
hair
your lawn,
plug.
yeah.
That's right. Hair plugs
Yeah.
for your lawn.
That's what it is. That's really cool.
Hmm.
Perfect for a putting green.
One of the conservative talk show hosts here in Denver, he got the the hair treatment where they take hair from one part of your head and
Plug
they
it into
put
your
it.
scalp.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
That's
Now his
yep.
hair's coming in really nice. And then I saw how much it cost. I'm like going, yeah, I'm a little thin up here, but I'm not going to pay 9 grand
Was
for.
it? Was it pushing 10 grand?
Yep, yeah, that
Yeah.
stuff's not cheap.
Oh, sucks.
Yep.
Yeah. What's James? James is in the chat. Come on, dude. Wolf
Come
down those
on,
waffles,
James.
man.
Scarf down those
Don't
waffles.
make us tell the A word to
Yeah,
or
there you go. Uh, and I want
uh
to say hello to
uh
Michael Fly Zone Drones, all the way from
yeah.
Elgin, Illinois, home of the State Mental Institution.
Nice. Don't
Hmm.
fly a drone over that thing.
Yeah.
You know, I flew to get some shots of the prison in Auburn, New York a while ago, but I had to stay clear, right? Because that's a no-fly zone. But if you're
Oh, yes,
it's
that's
such a
right.
big facility that you have to be back pretty far to get it all
Yep.
in the frame anyway. That's kind of
And then we
cool.
have Steelman 58, one of James' friends. Here
Bringing them
in
in.
Colorado, we have Supermax.
Supermax?
So we got Ted Kaczynski.
Ooh.
Yep.
Aren't you
And we
special?
had, Rod Blagojevich was also there too.
Such fine and upstanding people you have in
Yeah.
town.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
They make the best license plates, don't they?
Yeah.
We used to get license
So,
plates. New York plates used to come out of Auburn.
yep.
I don't know if they
That's
still
right.
do.
Oh, Arizona Drone Dude. Hey, David. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Easy. So what's
So,
had a waffle abortion this morning? Pancakes to the rescue. Damn it! I knew I should have bet on pancakes today.
well, the
It was
thing
long
about New
overdue.
York is you've got all kinds of cool stuff. You got your covered bridges. You've got you got mountains there, and you got a lot of really pretty greenery there.
It's you know what
Lakes.
did I tell you when we were down in the Catskills? We went to this one little brewery called Russian Mule, and we were talking to some people in there, and one of them ran into who was Ian somebody from Jethro Tull. Come on, I'm an idiot. Ian Anderson, is that his name?
Oh yeah,
Um,
me.
it's Ian. His last somebody in the chat will correct me. Anyway, his son was in town, and somebody asked him. They said, "So what does Scotland look like?" And he's like, "Here." So yeah, so now Lori and I are going to hop on a plane and spend hours to go all the way over there and go through all this crap when all we have to do is drive 3.5 hours to basically the equivalent of Scotland. I don't think it's equal to Scotland. We don't have castles that are like centuries old or anything.
Ian Anderson.
Yeah, so I was right. But anyway, you're
Oh,
right. It's a
that.
pretty cool state, and Lori and I have been checking it out because we've been kind of trapped here thanks to COVID. And I guess I thank COVID for trapping me here because we've checked out so much cool stuff. I didn't know there was like the third largest garden gnome in the world here and
Yeah,
stuff
that's
like
right.
that. And this like was it a 30-foot tall fork in the middle of the road and
Hmm. Well, here in
fun stuff.
Colorado, we have a gnome as well up there by Breckenridge, not far from where Sean lives.
Nice.
And I want to say hello to Jim, Above and Beyond Drones, and Steve Carpenter, SC Aerials. Good to see you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Cool,
Steve, I'm not
cool.
drinking wine tonight, man. Just water.
Uh, well, I've been drinking a little bit of Coca-Cola, and
Coca-Cola.
yeah,
It's a nice
after.
nice water jug.
Yep, you can get these on my
The
Teespring.
tumbler is available.
Yeah, tumbler, and I've got masks, T-shirts, stickers,
I just
and
got
mugs.
I just got an email from Spring. They said that they're upping their quality, and
Oh,
I noticed a couple of my shirts that were a bit older from say late last year, early this year, that they don't like the print comes off.
right.
And I wonder if that's one of the things they've worked on. Because I notice my newer shirts are holding up a lot better. So maybe
Wow.
they were going to they're going to go through a little price increase. So if
Oh,
anybody wants to buy some of your stuff on Spring,
yep.
get on it,
Hmm.
order
Yep.
it up, beat the
I
price increase.
believe there. If you go to my main page, I think at the header there's an icon right there. You click on that, and that'll take you to my Teespring. And also, if you want to leave me a few bucks there, I do have a PayPal. You could leave me some money there, or a super sticker or a super chat
Super
would be
sticker.
nice.
Yeah,
So,
Michael says like his shirts look pretty hot. I was looking at Michael's shirts last night on Fly Zone Drones. I'm like,
mhm.
why don't I have one of those? But it's okay. I was wondering where they came from, Michael. So that's cool to know because I noticed my newer ones are holding up a lot better too.
Yeah.
But I'm the only one buying my stuff so far. Oh
Well,
well.
sadly, the only person who bought stuff from me was the late Rick Halbert.
Uh,
Bought a
I
T-shirt.
never, I never got to meet him.
Yeah, me neither. I just knew him from YouTube, and I didn't. Yeah, he wasn't at Spin Up when I was down there.
Everybody who talks about Rick has
Yeah,
nothing but nice things to say about the
great
guy.
guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean that says a lot about his
Oh,
character.
there you go, Johnny. You're not cool.
So send me one, then I'll be cool.
There you go.
I
And
got more stickers. I have keychains. I ordered keychains. They're really cool.
oh,
I'm gonna start
yeah.
handing some stuff out. Like when Lori and I go out, we're like in a brewery or something, and I ask them for permission to fly. I'm gonna like give them a sticker or a key ring or
Ooh, you
something.
mean like this?
Ooh, where'd you get that? That's really sexy.
Yeah. Somebody put them in the tapes that they sent back. I've
Yeah,
got one of these on my FPV goggles.
it adds a lot of weight though. Be careful. Make them
Yeah.
heavy.
Well, it doesn't matter with the goggles. It's just the drones. Yes, that's right, James. God bless Rick. Yep. Hmm.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he's in a better place, looking down on
Yep.
us.
Hmm. Yep.
Maybe when we have some near misses with our drones, maybe it's Rick's hand just going, no,
There you go.
like your guardian drone angel. Can only hope.
Oh, yeah, I like
Use a few
what
of
Tom.
those. Uh, well, maybe 10 toes. Maybe you can find like overalls with your logo on them.
There you go.
Yeah,
Hmm.
like right on that pocket up top. The logo right there.
Well, you remember back in the 70s, they had these things called underalls.
I remember
You
underall.
remember who modeled those or who the pitch person was?
No, it was the pitch. Was it? Oh, it was Joe Namath, wasn't it? No, that was pantyhose. Sorry, wrong thing.
Pam Dauber.
Mindy
Yep,
or Mork and Mindy.
yep. That was
Pam
before,
Dauber.
yep, Mork and Mindy.
Yeah, because she was on there with Robin Williams. God, they were like kids then.
Yes, Dustin. He passed away back in March. Yep.
That just sucks.
Yeah. Oh, we lost a lot of really great people. There was oh God, um and these were guys that you would always see in the chat at Ken Herron's, and one of them was dropping some big bucks as super chats.
He
Who
had a.
was it? Ray Bob. Ray Bob was one of them.
Was it before? I got more into this whole YouTube thing in about the last just over a year, right? A year and a half.
Yeah,
So I don't know if I
yeah,
ever crossed
because
paths.
Ray Bob, he died at the beginning of COVID, so it was yeah,
2020, early
would have been
2020.
in May, I believe, of last year. Yeah,
Huh.
yep.
I don't think. Okay. Yeah, because I didn't really get. I don't think I should remember what my first live stream was. But my first live stream was with droning on. I know that. I can't remember. November.
Yeah. Oh, no problem,
I think it's when the
Dustin.
Pocket 2 came out. I think the first
Yeah.
live stream I did with Ash was like the release of the Pocket 2. Is that
Yep.
Texas Arch drone
So,
guy? Who
and
else
then
is
there
on?
was oh,
Jeez.
John Spizzo was another one. He passed away before, right around when Ray Bob passed away.
Does anybody
Uh,
carry on work on their channels, or is it just kind of just done?
I guess they're done.
Cause like my channel, I set up Lori's like um she has rights to get to everything if she needs
Ah,
to.
okay.
Because you can set up people to be like
That's true.
partners with you, kind of.
I don't think Rick had enough subscribers to monetize. I think he was like, you know, Lloyd. You know, Lloyd was he was getting pretty close to 800, and then he just when YouTube did the whole algorithm change, it just
They make
but
it really, 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 really hard. So
yeah.
I know. I think had I started a few years back, probably would be.
Yeah, if I would have started a year or more earlier, I probably would be in a better place.
Yeah, it
But
is really tough. I mean,
I
I
mean, it was just good timing that there's a channel. Well, you know, you met Andrew over there at
Canadian Drone
Canadian
Hub.
Drone Hub. Well,
Yep,
he had
him
a
and his
channel
wife.
called Pusa Studios,
Yes.
and they're the ones that helped me get here because they had that networking uh, channel where you got to meet everybody from all spectrums, and that helped you uh, build up your channel.
Yeah, it's tough to marketing is tricky business. I mean, anybody you create good content and that's
Mm-hmm.
great, but you got to get your name out there somehow, and that's
Yep.
tough. And YouTube is just kind of like they're kind of keeping us all like pushed down, and because they're still making money off of us, it doesn't
Mm.
matter to them. I mean, you know, if somebody watches your video, watches my video, that's a view, that's another view, and they make
Yeah,
money
you're
per
right,
view.
Jim. 2017.
Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect. It's
it
right when
really got. They really started hammering down in seven, late 18 and early 19, and that's when Pusa Studios was really ran into a meat grinder where it slowed them way down. They were getting pretty close to 11K. And they were doing pretty good. And then just prior, well, when COVID hit, they had some family issues. And so their channel just, I don't know what happened to their channel. I guess they don't do it anymore.
I don't think he's
Or
doing that one anymore.
yeah,
But
because it was a photography channel when they started.
Robert's right. Yeah, I think I had some pretty good growth in the last
Mm-hmm.
10 months,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it would have been a lot bigger if I'd jumped on sooner. But I don't care. I'm just
Yeah,
I mean, like
just
when anybody like
keep
you gives me
plugging
advice,
away.
you guys give me advice. I
Yep.
get pissed off, but then I listen to it, and then it's like, okay, well, how can I change that? Because
Yeah.
like, right,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, okay, I can change that. I can be better, and then push out more stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
just keep plugging away. And but damn YouTube,
Oh
man,
yeah, that's right. The gun channels really took a hit. Yeah.
yeah, they just it's just tough.
Yeah.
So it feels like some of my subscribers channels I subscribe to,
Mm-hmm.
they disappear.
Yeah.
And I go in and I have to click on them again. They're ones that I knowingly subscribe to. You know, I
I have the
subscribe,
same problem with
and
my channel,
and
because
you,
Jim from Above and Beyond Drones, he says, I'm not getting your notifications.
yeah, and then he goes and looks, and he's got to push the red button again because they
Mm-hmm.
dropped it. And I think that's one of the games that they're playing now. It's like, oh, okay, well, somebody subscribes. Let's see if they're really a loyal subscriber or not, and then
Mm-hmm.
they'll
Yeah,
just
that.
unclick them, and
Mm-hmm.
then that just keeps you pushed down. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, okay, that's fine if you have like a zillion subscribers, but for a smaller channel, it's really
Yeah.
difficult.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. It is time for, let's see if I get, toffee giveaway.
1 to 50, no doubles, no decimals,
That's right.
no
No
fractions,
decimals, no doubles.
no Prime numbers are legit as long as they're not
Prime
greater than
numbers
50.
and whole numbers between 1 and 50.
Oh man. Where's James?
And Jim, Above and Beyond Drones, go ahead and throw a number in there. Steve Carpenter, go ahead and throw some numbers in there. Yep, that's true. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All right.
they've been playing games. It just makes it tough. That's all. Because especially, but I ain't giving up. I ain't giving up. I'm having fun creating stuff, and Lori's having fun creating stuff. So well, shit, we'll just keep creating stuff, and
that's what it's all about. It's called taking a vocation and turning it into an avocation. You know.
yeah, good point.
If you like doing what you're doing, and capitalize on that, and I'm making a little bit of money. I'm not getting rich, but hey,
yeah, it's hard to get rich on YouTube.
I get buy a few cryptocurrencies.
Ooh. Ooh.
Alrighty, folks. Bidding has stopped. We are about to spin the wheel. Alrighty, let's go ahead and share that screen and share the audio this time. That might work. And here we go. We got the prize wheel ready to go. All right.
How many numbers did Michael put in? Did you put them all in, Michael? Just one at a time? What the hell, man? One per
Only
customer.
the first one counts.
That's what I'm going to look at. Jeez.
All right, let's spin that wheel.
Lucky number 7.
Number 7.
That's a low one.
Yes.
What we got?
Ooh, I saw a lot of really low numbers. Okay, let's. Ooh, Johnny at 9. That's pretty
damn close. I don't see anything closer than that. That's within 2. Recovery Zone was at 10. Not as good as Johnny. Yeah. And then Fly Zone had a half dozen, if not more, numbers. So
Yeah, but they were well above.
Yeah. Oh no. So anyway, he picked so many. He got close.
Yeah, he picked 4, but.
Yep. And then Fly Zone got in. Yep, that's it.
All right, Johnny Drone Flyer. Just message me your address and I will ship that out.
I have his address.
Cool. Congratulations, Johnny.
Yeah, congrats, man. It's good stuff. You can have it. You can have your toffee with some coffee some morning when you're doing your show.
There you go. There you go.
Johnny Drone Flyers coffee and toffee.
Mm-hmm.
Probably goes good with coffee.
Drone shots say you had 7. Let's check that.
After we were done, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's what. Okay.
No more numbers, and then where? No.
Okay, let's.
No.
Drone shots. Okay, let's see. Who got it first? Who was. I'm going to go back. Yeah, let's see.
Wait.
Johnny.
Wait. Where's I said no more numbers. Then Fly Zone snuck in 4. 10 Toes got a thrill when somebody who's not a droner subscribes. Fly more. Johnny Drone get another number in. Drone shots. This is way after.
Right.
Then 10 Toes says lucky 7 much later. So no, that's after we closed. Now it's up to you.
Oh yeah, this was what I was. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Analyzing a thumbnail. Yeah, they do look at everything. You know, YouTube does that, or Facebook does that too. I
Mm-hmm.
sent I sent something to one of my buddies about. I asked him if he was interested in buying my Mavic 2 Zoom, and Facebook said it was spam and retracted my
Oh.
post on his wall.
Hey,
And
if
I
you want to get Andrew sick on Canadian drone hubs, all you have to do is talk about balut.
oh really?
Oh
Caviar
God!
gets
One
to him.
time, I was on their channel and I was, in the chat talking about balut, and he just, uh, he was covering his eyes and he took his headphones off and he left the room. And oh, some people just,
I don't know. I hope we didn't get too testy about the number thing. I mean it's a little tricky.
all right. Well, we had still a good group. Yeah, we're still 30 plus. That's good.
It's
So
awesome, man.
hey, Ken Heron, thank you. Oh, I got it. Okay, here we go. All right,
I'm
where's
waiting to
that
pull the
button?
lever, but you never give me the. I'm never ready. Cha-ching.
Did it work?
No, no.
Oh, hold on.
Cha-ching.
Oh, did it work now?
No,
Okay.
I just did the cha-ching sound for Ken because
Cash
because he's a
register.
superstar. Because Ken's a superstar. I'm trying to chase him. I want to draft him like NASCAR.
Okay, now.
Where'd you go?
Oh,
Who turned the lights out?
you didn't hear
Did you
the
not pay?
cha-ching?
I want Art. You have to do that. Have just your eyes show up like the cartoons with the Looney Tunes. I'll darken to the eyes.
Nope. Nope.
No, it's not working.
Ah,
No worky.
no worky. Well, thank you, Ken. Thank you for that 10 bucks. Let's
He
get a
had quite
train
the.
going.
There you
Get the
go.
train
Yeah,
go-
get the train going. He had a good one
Hey,
rolling the other night.
look who's in the green room all the way from Lipa City, Philippines. He's early today. Let's welcome
Before his lights go out.
James.
Hurry up
My
before
PI
your
Dream.
lights go out.
Morning, guys.
Good morning.
Brooklyn.
Magadan umaga.
Brooklyn.
How's everybody this morning? I've been in since the beginning of the broadcast. We just we're having problems with the waffle maker, and I think it's the oil. Because it's not like you go down and you buy your Western oil, Crisco oil, whatever it is from your local grocery store in the U.S. here, or you can, but we order a lot of stuff from the wet market. Wet market. For those who don't know what the wet market is,
Kind of gross.
it's like the farmer. It's like the farmer's market where everybody brings stuff in, and you get it fresh. It's right from the farm, and then I don't know what they use. They have oil. Morning, drone views media. Morning,
old
everybody.
Mobile One.
Everybody.
Gets the
Yeah,
old Mobile
I don't know
One,
what,
but
but
they
they
filter
give
through a
it
sock.
to you. You get it in these recycled bottles. It's an old Fanta bottle, or Fanta orange drink, and
Like,
they just you don't know what you're
that
getting.
oil tastes kind of orangey.
It's weird.
Orange oil.
It's
We have
weird.
orange oil.
And they don't. The waffle cooker just does not like them. And you saw I sent you a picture the last time the mess that we had from. It's always the first one. It's usually if I can make it scrape enough off from the first one. Usually like when you season a pan for pancakes and all, the first one is usually a throwaway sometimes, and then the rest of them are really good because of the heat and the seasoning. Well, it was so bad. It was so bad this morning.
I just saw Ken's comment. I feel his pain because, well, he's got me. I remember one of the comments he made about my stuff on constructive criticism was that I wasn't afraid to edit. He's got that right. but he's not either. He edits the hell out of stuff. He uses multiple cameras, multiple angles. He is, I aspire to what Ken does. He's really good at it. So, but I'm coming for him. I'm coming. You just give me time, brother. I'm coming.
I like Johnny Drone Flyer's comment. Old McDonald's oil for the oil that.
Yeah. Well, it could be from Jollibee.
It could be. Who knows what it is? But it's not good. It's not good for the waffle maker. I'll tell you that. Speaking of the old McDonald's oil, I watched a movie. And I always talk about if I see something that's good. I watched an old movie. I think it was an older movie, and it was about McDonald's. The actual how the guy who marketed back in the late 50s. It was really Keaton. Michael Keaton played the guy. Yeah, played the guy who actually kind of took away the McDonald's brand away from the McDonald's. The two brothers actually started the store. I think it was out in San Bernardino or something.
Right. Yep.
A good movie. Ray Kroc.
Yeah, he was.
All right.
Yep.
That was
good memory.
Right. Yeah, that was good. It's a good movie though. If anybody looking for something up on, I don't remember. I think it was on Netflix now. But I did hear you guys. I listened to all your stuff in the morning while I was here eating, and I try to mentally retain bits and pieces so that I can jump back in and get on those topics. But my memory isn't that good anymore. But you guys were talking about YouTube earlier, about some problems associated with YouTube, and there is problems. There's problems associated with YouTube, and it has to do. One thing, I have the same problem with you guys. I get people that write into me all the time, and they're like, James, we subscribed, and like you say, we click the bell at the end for the notifications. And they said, sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't get it. What are we doing wrong? And I'm like, I don't think you're doing anything wrong. I tell them, I said, it's a YouTube anomaly, because YouTube has some weird stuff going. Yeah, weird stuff going on inside the background. I'll give you a case in point. You know, I try to upload at least one video a week. And I actually uploaded a video. What is today? Today is Sunday here. I uploaded a video on Thursday. Do you know, while we were sitting here, the video I uploaded on Thursday just became acceptable to YouTube. Well, in the first 10 minutes of your broadcast there, first 10 minutes, I keep going back because there's a status thing inside there. And,
I do the same thing.
And because they do an inspection sometimes, they're looking for copyrighted material, and they're doing looking for anything that's inappropriate. And I uploaded a video on Thursday, and usually under normal circumstances, if I don't do any post-editing using the YouTube editing software, it's good. Within minutes, it'll start with the standard definition, then it'll work high definition, then it'll go to 4K.
Yep, it ramps up.
And because a lot of people say to me, how come it was such low resolution? I said, you got to wait a little while. And what you should do, if you do anything in 4K,
upload way in advance.
You upload it way in advance, let it render
sit.
And
let it sit. I'm doing that
then,
right now, James. I'm doing that. I have one up. I've been doing the same thing. I'm trying to get material out every week. And so the one that went up the one that went up last night was, anyway, that went up. And then the one that I think's really super cool is already rendered and up and ready. I just haven't announced it as a premiere or anything, but I'll roll that out next week. And then the one behind it is already up behind it. So well, I got to train. But they're ready, and they'll be 4K by the time I'm ready to pop them out.
Yeah. I'll tell you what was the nightmare for me, and maybe you haven't done this, because if you're so good and you do all your editing prior to uploading, you're sure that it's a good video, then you don't have to worry about the situation. But there are tools in YouTube Studio that allow you to do editing in YouTube.
Yeah,
and what I'll do sometimes, I get so anxious, I've worked so much on a video, and it'll be late at night. I just go ahead. I upload something, and I assume it's good, and then what I'll do before I actually make it go, I'll view it while it's sitting on the YouTube server.
Me too,
right?
to check how it
And
looks
I'm
on
like,
the TV and on the
oh
phone.
God,
Yeah, there's a
I missed
typo.
something.
Oh shit, a typo or anything like that.
Or well, there'll be certain things that you can do, and you can use the YouTube Studio editor software that's
It's
inside there.
limited
And
though.
one of them is blurring. Say like you have
Yes, yes.
like a password to your bank account or something, and you're like, oh crap, I
Wow.
left that. I left or a name inside there that for privacy you don't want to post people's names on there.
Right.
So and such is the case for me. The one that I uploaded on Thursday. The one if you guys get a chance if you have time after today's broadcast to check out the last one that I just did from Thursday, because it's kind of interesting. It's called A Day in the Life, and it's what our normal day is. It's from the morning all the way to we crash at the end of the day, and we bring you through kind of a regular day of what we do here during the pandemic because we're stuck at the house. We don't really go anywhere,
Hurt me.
and that was a day we had. I had two meetings. I had a board of director meeting with the HOA here, and I had a Rotary Club meeting. And I invited you in with the Rotary Club meeting with us because I'm part of. I don't want to give too much away, but we actually play some music on there because we're part of an entertainment committee, and that's kind of our contribution during the Zoom meeting. And so, in the meeting, you can actually see what we're doing here if you actually look with the StreamYard here, but it's on Zoom, and it's got everybody on there, and it's got their names and password information to log into the Zoom meeting, everything like that. So what I had to do, I said, oh crap, I got to blur all that stuff out. So I said, oh, I'll use the YouTube software. Well, when I went inside there, when I went inside there and did that, and then you re-upload it, it has to be totally reevaluated again. It has to be inspected. And unfortunately, there's something really weird with YouTube because it's not like the original. I think they just use an algorithm that their computers look real quick to see if there's anything obvious that doesn't look right. But I think if you've already submitted something and they've already approved it, and you go back and edit it, I think they're stricter on their review of your video that goes up inside there. So when I uploaded it said under the status, because I couldn't put it private, I couldn't put it unlisted, I couldn't put it public. It wouldn't let me do any of that stuff until it passed, and it said under inspection. It's in inspection, and the first one took about 18 hours before they finally approved it and went through. So I'm like, oh, and that was yesterday. Yeah, that was yesterday because I wanted to post it. I wanted to post it for Saturday and Sunday, all day Saturday and all day Sunday. So when I went back and I reviewed it, and I went through it again, and then I found the place where I did the blurring of some. I missed two little, and they were only in for a second. When you talk on Zoom, when you actually speak something, your name shows up, and then it goes away really quick. When you quit talking, you're not in the front.
Right.
Well, there were two places inside there. A couple of people did that, and I didn't catch it, even in the post editing on you. So I had to resubmit it, and I resubmitted it yesterday morning at 11 a.m. Saturday morning, 11 a.m. And it did not clear until about 20 minutes ago, and go to approve.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. I've actually uploaded a video and then watched it on YouTube and went, crap. Back to the editor I go, and I'll actually upload a duplicate. Well, I mean the fixed version, upload it, and I'll have both windows open because I'll grab all the description and everything, copy, paste, take all the tags, copy, paste, and then delete the first one, and then leave the second one. But that's only if I haven't put it out there. Once you've advertised it and everything, you're done. But I have done that, and it hasn't been a problem, James. I haven't had yeah, right. That's very nice. Don't forget the routing number too. That's important.
I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change. Hold on. I hope I'm not lost here. If I do, I'll come back into your broadcast in a second. I got to change. I'm hooked up to the master bedroom router, and that's really, really slow for some reason.
Yeah, let's see. You're kind of choppy.
Oh, look, he's frozen.
He's frozen.
You can poke him.
Poke him. Yeah,
James,
just like,
snap out of it. Snap
just
out
like
of it.
Ariel.
Am I back in?
Oh, you're back.
Am I back in?
No.
Snap out of it.
Am I
Snap
lagging?
out of it.
Am I okay? Am I lagging some a little bit? It seems like I'm lagging.
A little bit, not too bad.
You're not as bad as I was a few weeks ago when my FiOS went out. That was pretty horrible.
Yeah, well, I have so many programs open, and I probably should.
There you
Normally,
go. You
normally
got
what I
too
do, yeah, normally what I
too
do
many
before I go on
tabs
with you
open.
here, yeah, normally what I do
Lori
is
gets in trouble here all the time for that.
I reboot everything. And it's usually it's good when I come back because I had so many things open from doing that editing. Okay, so if it's acceptable, I'll stay just like this without rebooting. Yeah, I have a very limited time here because of the brownout. We have a Bottleneck, our utility company, send us a message. It's at 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Usually it's 6 to 6. Usually it's 12 hours, but we have a 7-hour outage or something.
Get the house extra cold.
Now we don't use the
door
aircon
closed.
here.
Keep the
We don't
fridge
use the
door
air
closed and
conditioners
all
here.
that.
We have three air conditioners here, and we have yet to turn on the air conditioners here because the climate is just so mild here. It's a really nice breeze out here right now. I got the swimming since we're gonna have the brownout. I got the swimming pool. Got the swimming pool out there. It's being filtered right now, so the water. So
Be ready to go.
in the heat of the day, in the middle of the day, Ness and I can just go jump inside the swimming pool, and it's a nice thing about having the pool during brownouts. You don't
It's nice
need
to
electricity.
give you a warning. It's cool to give you a warning. You gotta get your
They
generator.
do,
working again, though.
but it's too often. It's too often. We got to get our generator fixed because
Yeah, you do.
Bottleneck lately, they went for over a year's worth of period of time, but they didn't do anything. They went through one period of time where every week for about 2 months, when they were doing all the really big cables on the main street, and they replaced all of them between our town and the next town down the road, which is Padre Garcia. When they did that, it was every week for like 2 months. Every week, 12-hour brownout. While they did every week for about 2 months. Then when they fixed that, it was like, they fixed everything. We had no problem with brownouts forever. And then just recently, they gone back to doing some type of upgrade, and we're getting almost weekly. We're getting the upgrade outages, and then we have our regular outages, which is the regular brownouts from storms. Remember, I told you the last few weeks we had all that bad weather here, the monsoon, and we had the winds have been really, really high, and it's just we're getting back to normal. As you can see, the skies are kind of a little bit blue. The clouds are starting to come in. Every day it's the same. It's a deja vu thing here. Morning, wake up, still no air. It's quiet. There's no wind. 100% blue skies. Then within about 2 hours, by about 9 o'clock, which we're about to approach 9 o'clock, I can feel the wind starting to pick up because the heat. The heat causes that air to start rising and start spinning and start.
Yep.
And we're starting to go through that.
Yeah.
So we've been having a lot more brownouts lately. I really got to get that replacement generator down in the basement. I got to get that done.
Well, here in where I live, we've got terrible air quality because of the forest fires in California and Oregon. And I walked out today and my eyes were scratchy, my throat was scratchy, and it smelled like somebody having a campfire nearby.
Yeah.
That's what it smells like.
We've been following.
We've had 34 straight days of poor air quality.
We have that. We get that here, but the only time there's only really two conditions that cause that here, is when the volcano blows, and when they burn the sugar cane, because we're surrounded by farmland around here, and it's mainly sugar cane, and about 3 times a year, they go out there and they clear the fields. They burn the sugar cane because that puts that potash and all inside whatever it is inside the ground. And it contributes to some of the fertilization here.
Chases but normally, all the rats out.
And unfortunately for us, the months that they do that every single year, it's to the east of our house over here. During that time of year, the wind blows from the east to the west. So it covers us with that. We have to close the windows a lot of times, and it's usually like 3 days running that they do that. And it's like or we hang out in the basement.
Yeah, it's always cooler in the basement.
Yeah.
Always.
Well, where I live, I'm like 4 feet underground, 3-4 feet underground,
Subterranean.
so it doesn't get really hot. It's the people that are on the second and third floor that get a lot of the heat.
Heat rises.
Especially over on the south side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, the heat's bubbling up from your ground floor on up.
Yeah.
Oh, Chuck, I saw your. I guess it's your latest video, the one where you went to the
No more beer.
the breweries again. The one
No
place
more
you
beer.
went. Yeah, they had like the fruity beers, the blueberry, and whatever the flavored beers they had in there.
Yeah, I only showed the one tasting. We had 4 beers, but yeah, the blueberry was the first one we tried. That's Art was talking about it too. It's a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I for me, you had a list. I think you had a list of the names of all the beers on there, and then I saw the last name, which I think you called it Hoppy Ending, and this
Hoppy
image
Ending.
came Hoppy Ending, and me being in the Philippines and living in Asia for a long period of time, that Hoppy Endings brought an image to my head that I saw a bunny rabbit in the back doing the recipes back there, and I'm like, I'm not drink. I would not drink the Hoppy Endings beer.
Just say, I got asked why I didn't fly an FPV drone between the legs of that giant garden home. I probably should have. That would have been cool.
Did you see the comment I put on your?
Yeah. That was funny. I did. I liked it. Everything. I commented back. Didn't. I see your videos up though. I'll have to look at it later, James, because I saw it's in my it's in my my notifications.
Yeah, it's a little bit different from. Yeah, it's a little bit different. It's a little more personal. So for those, I think the folks who are regular subscribers and regular viewers, I think they'll enjoy it, because what I find, a lot of people want a connection to the content creator. They have a lot invested in your channel. So when you start showing them a little bit more of your personal life and things like that, they appreciate that.
Well, you're building your channel's a relationship channel, basically. I think that's what Lori and I are kind of going for too, where it's more about, we want people to connect with us and enjoy what we're doing, and kind of like, that's why I always say, pack your bag and join us. It's like Lori's thing. That was her idea. It's kind of like, come along with us. That's the whole idea. It's like, but this video that I have already up on YouTube, that I really want to release it, but I'm waiting. I'm really proud of the next one. Maybe I'm playing it up too much, but the next one's really cool. And like, put a lot of editing time into it. Not that it means it's good, just means Chuck spent a lot of time editing. But it's timely because you guys know what next week is, right?
Yeah. What?
It's August 15th, 14th, 15th, 16th. Spool back 52 years. Something happened in Bethel, New York. Woodstock.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah, the video is that was our day in Bethel, which is pretty. It was a
so
pretty cool day.
They do anything like on a yearly basis, or every 10 years or 20 years, or do they do any kind of a big reunion?
They actually have
played back.
Yeah, they actually have a performing arts center there and everything, in a museum. It's cool, very groovy.
Mm-hmm.
It's groovy, man. Far out.
So are you going to do a video from there?
Kiss the sky.
Well,
we did a video from there. Yeah, we ran into some pretty groovy people too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that stands out in my mind about the original Woodstock, and it's kind of sad. One of my favorite bands is Creedence Clearwater Revival.
CCR.
And John Fogerty and his band Credence were supposed to go on. They were supposed to be like prime time. They were supposed to go on like at 9 p.m. Right? They were supposed to be like a headliner. And then I don't remember what band was ahead of them, but they had all kind of tech. I don't know if it was like Moody Blues or Garcia's band, or I can't remember. But there was a band that was supposed to go on before them, and I think it was another California band. And they just had technical difficulties, and it ran.
Was it from the rain
Credence,
and all the power with the
well, there was also problems with that because the rain was coming down in different. But I don't remember
10,000 watts, James. 10,000 watts of power there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know when I've been on stage before, when we played in outdoor venues before, specifically in South Korea.
And I've gone Tim on. Says it was Grateful Dead.
Grateful Dead. That was Jerry Garcia.
Not Grateful Dead, but Grateful.
I remember going on stage when it was raining in an outdoor venue, and when you get too close to the microphone, your lips touch the little screen on the Shure mic.
Get zapped.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you get such a bolt of that.
Yeah.
And that's just low voltage, right? Very low current, very low.
Yeah, but high ampacity. If it's like if it's low voltage, it's usually higher amps. So the amps are what hurt. Volts hurt too. High volts, high amps, we both hurt different ways.
Well, anyway, what stands out in my mind about that is I looked so forward to all the movies and the videos that had Credence inside it, but Credence got put on so late. They were on like 2 a.m. in the morning or something like that. It was some weird because it got pushed back so far. And John Fogerty's kind of he's a control freak. He was a master of making music, but he was kind of a control freak, which kind of led to the fall, the rise and fall of Credence. But he wouldn't he didn't give them any permission to use any of the material, none of the material from their performance there. He said it was substandard, and he didn't like the quality, and they didn't have the support. So that's what stands out in my mind. Is you won't see Credence material in any of the Woodstock.
That's too bad. Well, because we actually the museum is really great. If anybody gets a chance to drive to Bethel and check out the museum, I mean, we did. I share a lot of it in the video, of course, but it's super cool. That place is awesome. It covers music. It covers the politics. It covers fashion. It's like this. I felt it was like a time machine. We walked in, and it's just like the whole vibe in there was super cool, and it's a really fun place.
That's right, Yellow Rose.
Long-haired freaky people can apply.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget Cooperstown. That's another cool place.
Well, been to Cooperstown a few times, but not the Baseball Hall of Fame recently. That's where we did that riding the rails thing. That was fun.
Oh,
the rail bikes. That's in Cooperstown. Well, there's two of them. There's one in Cooperstown, New York, and then there's another one down in deeper into the Catskills.
I think Ken Heron wants to do one of those. I think he.
There's one in Las Vegas. There's another one. Lori keeps correcting me. I think it's Rhode Island. I think that's where the other one is.
Well, they ought to do one here in Colorado.
They're motor assisted. They're motor assisted. Like, we weren't on a flat grade, but because it's motor assist, it feels like you're pedaling like downhill both ways. It's really wild. You know what I mean? It's like you're always. It's just so easy.
Yeah.
But it is really cool. It's like having a sports car on the railroad tracks. It's cool. It's like you're really low, and then you get to experience. There's no windows or doors or anything. You're just out there, and they said you never know what you're gonna see wildlife wise and stuff. We didn't see anything crazy, but yeah. Anyway, that video is pretty cool. I think Epidemic Town.
Chuck, you got so many really neat places around your neck of the woods up inside here. The microbreweries, the mountain scenery, the bridges, and all that kind of stuff. I think whenever Ness and I can travel back without fear of catching whatever the latest variant.
Yeah, right.
The Epsilon variant.
Yeah. if we can get beyond all that stuff and things come back to normal, well, we're gonna head. Ness wants to go to New York. She's never been to New York anyway. She wants to go into the city, and then I want to
Of
bring her to
course.
upstate. I want to bring her to upstate. We'll
Yeah.
visit you guys up there, and
But we're way up, but like where like Woodstock, for instance, Bethel, that's just a couple hours like northwest of New York City. I mean, you're really when you're upstate New York is literally just up from New York City, New York. You know what I mean? Because it's like goes New York City's all the way down in the lower right corner, southeast. Then you drift up the upstate, and then you get up towards the Capital District, and then that's like Albany. Then you go up diagonally a little further, and you get into the middle of the state, right near Lake Ontario stuff. That's where we are. We're actually like six or so hours out of New York City, where I am. And then you go another 3.5, and you go clear across the state to the west and get the Buffalo and Niagara Falls and all that. So, but yeah, if you guys go to New York, which I'm sure Ness she'll dig New York. It's super cool, right? Especially when things settle down. It's a great city. It's super cool. Don't want to live there. Cool place to visit. Lots of, I mean, just Broadway and all that stuff, and the museums and everything. The culture is cool. Then go up to like towards the Catskills, and kind of you'll get out of the hustle and bustle. And
well, she hasn't experienced a lot of the U.S. So we're getting once she retires, she's close to. But I have a feeling by the time everything is safe, it's safe to go out there again. Then she'll be around the retirement period, and we can actually start doing the travel. We want to do a lot of travel vlogs here in the Philippines because there's just so much beautiful stuff in the Philippines to see. It's almost infinite what you have around here. And then, but we also want to we want to go around the world. We want to go, do Europe. We want to do places in the U.S.
Colorado.
We will, because I have family on the West Coast.
The train from Durango to Silverton. That is awesome.
Okay. Well,
Lori and I need to get back out west again.
I actually want to do the train thing where you go cross country on the trains and stuff like that. I love trains. I want to go like the Orient Express thing when I go to Europe. I want to do those kind of train things. I want to do the train from East Coast.
The Trans-Siberian Railroad. It goes from Vladivostok to Moscow.
And so we plan on doing a lot of traveling. It's really, well, I won't say it's a bad timing for a pandemic. Any time is a bad timing.
Yeah. Never a good time for a pandemic. No,
it's never a good time. But for us, we were lucky. We had the house built and completed, and we're just doing little projects around it because we're settled. So the impact on us is minimum as opposed to a lot of other people who are in more dire situations. So it's actually, if it's got to happen for us, we built at the right time. And we're okay. And she's working, and she works online, so it really hasn't impacted her that much. So, and we can't afford right now to do all this traveling, so we're saving up. We're saving up for the traveling. So hopefully by the time
build up the nest egg for that.
Yeah.
Well, I see Jake's Drone Life asked something about weren't there two Woodstocks? And yeah, the original was August 14th to 16th, 1969, I think, and then they did a 25th anniversary. I remember that was like, was that 94? And then they tried doing a 50th. They did a 40th. Didn't they do a 40th too, James? I thought they did a 40th. 40th anniversary of Woodstock. I thought they did a 40th for some reason. And then the 50th, they had a hell of a time trying to set up the 50th in 2019. That one, I don't know what the hell happened with that one. They couldn't get permission to get the field or some some thing.
Your breath is so bad. Wait, you need a breath.
Doggy lifesaver.
That's what he needs.
You need a milk bone soaked in peppermint.
There you go.
These guys were so funny. They were so. Oh, as a matter of fact, you'll see the hop on move. You'll see. I captured him in the video that I just posted, and it was just accidental where he's just like sitting like he's doing right now, and then he does his turnover with both arms and legs up in the air, waiting for I don't know what he wanted. I don't know if he wanted
tummy
a pat on the stomach.
The tummy
rub. But dogs had arms.
Yeah. Well, what do you call? What we know these are paws for dogs. So what would you call? What would you call this on a dog?
Arms, legs,
A leg.
four
Leg?
legs,
Yeah.
Maybe.
four
Hey,
legs.
those are our kids now. That's what we call them. Every night we're like, you think the kids want to come in the house? You think? Because all our kids are growing up and have kids of their own, like that. So we kind of personalize them as like in human terms and things like that all the time.
I don't remember any Woodstock in California.
Oh,
And
that
again-
would be Altamont. That's where they had I guess one of the Hells Angels guys killed a spectator.
That wasn't associated with the actual Woodstock event.
No.
I mean, it's
That was a
similar. It's a
different-
festival, but a different
Yeah.
festival, not related to Woodstock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the news when that was coming on.
Yeah. So anyway, it's Lori and I had a good time. We had a really good time. We ran into some, like I said, the video is cool because we ran into we ran into a couple people that were actually at the concert, and that was really cool to get to kind of hear their stories. Really cool. Made my day. Hell, it made my year. That was badass. Just to meet people that were really there. You know, it's cool. Because I'm like big into music. Like, I mean, James, you call me a closet musician. I mean, music means a lot to me. A lot of people are like me, I think, where music is just part of my soul. It's like I relate to life through music and all that. And
Yep.
so Woodstock is just super cool.
That's why I think you'll like. That's why I think you'll like the video I posted today.
Cool.
It's you see. I mean, I don't want to go into it because then I don't want to tell all the.
No, it's okay.
Don't-
You don't have to. But I mean, like,
You gotta sell
Yeah.
the
But
sizzle, James.
sell the
it
Not the
shows-
steak.
It shows us really what we do if we have a little bit of pressure to do something, and how I can screw up so easily trying to formulate some music here. So it's got a little bit of music stuff inside it, so I think you'll enjoy that.
yeah, I will. Because like Epidemic Sound's been my hero for like the Woodstock video. I dug deep into Epidemic Sound and then spent a whole bunch of time editing and crap. Just the music part took me a lot of work because it's just, to me, that's the big part of the video is the music. It's like that's more than half of it for me.
Well, Ness and I, we want to later on. I got one more really. Actually, I have two big projects here. I have two big projects. I'm still waiting on the material for the project I showed you guys with the little pavilion project that we have in the backyard. Still waiting. We're struggling. We got almost everything in except what I thought would be the simplest thing that I have to get right here in the Philippines. That still hasn't been delivered yet. So we're still waiting on that. But what we want to do after we get these two big projects done is we want to shift tempo just a little bit and move a little bit towards the music. We're gonna do what a lot of people are doing these days, and it's not going to be full time. We're not completely going to. It's still going to be the same old DIY and gardening.
Start performing.
Culture. Yeah, we're going to actually start going down, and we're going to start doing some little jam sessions down in the basement, in the little studio area. We're going to
Cool.
start adding clips of that inside there. So I think for those who like music
That's fun.
and are willing, and it'll be honest because you'll hear the mistakes. You'll hear the mistakes.
Well,
we're
that's
doing.
part of the
Some our-
whole. That's
Yeah.
part
Yeah,
of it.
some of the
though. That's what-
practice
but
practice sessions.
that's cool. Like I've been watching. Who's the comedian? James, like the British dude who's on. He does carpool karaoke.
Colburn,
Ye-
I think.
Is that his name?
Oh, Steve Colbert?
No, not Colbert.
No, the British guy, the guy from the
He's
UK.
a heavier British guy, and he does carpool karaoke.
He took over
yeah.
That
He took over Craig Ferguson's slot for like
It
the
is
late
so-
late.
Yeah.
Oh,
that is
something
so
like that.
awesome, and that's you talk about the mistakes and stuff, and then but like I just watched. I got in I started binge watching it last night because one popped up and I started watching them. And I was watching Madonna. What's freaking Red Hot Chili Peppers were on there. It's just, oh my God, it's so amazing. James Corden, thank you.
Yeah, he's got.
Corden,
Yeah,
James
I
Corden.
like it. He's funny. He's funny, and
He's got good pipes
got
on him too. That guy can sing.
Yeah, yeah. The car video
Yeah,
audio,
it's
what is
called
it? Where he drives
Carpool
around.
Karaoke.
Carpool karaoke.
It
Yeah,
is awesome. And I was talking about this earlier because they use like on Canadian Road. I was talking about how I was so blown away by their use of cameras because just the in car they have 3 cameras in the right. They have one center dash that gets everybody in the front seat and then anybody can see through the 2 front people, the driver passenger. Then they have 2 more cameras that focus on the driver, and then the other one on the passenger. I'm like thinking I could do that. So then and then of course they have cameras stuck on they're probably mounted on the side of the vehicle for like the dog dog head view. And then they have the chase vehicle that has another camera that gets like that. It's always that B-roll. They're following the SUV down the road. That's always like the B-rolls, like at that. And I was like watching the mechanics of the whole production. I'm thinking, wow, that's pretty awesome, big production. But I could do a lot of that. Thinking, I could probably do it. So anyway, but this is really cool. I love that stuff. I'm addicted to them now. I got to watch them all.
Well, it's such a great strategy, and it's a great marketing strategy because not only does he do that on his show, where they advertise on their show, but they also upload these things on YouTube, and they get an audience that really don't watch so much of the TV, and then since they are the content creator of all that, then they get pretty much all of the proceeds that come inside on there, so they're making a ton of money off of these things. It's a great
genius.
It's a great. Yeah,
it's marketing genius.
It's a great business model. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, you're right. Red Hot Chili Peppers episode with the lawn wrestling was classic. I was laughing my ass off last night, and that's the one where they took their shirts off, and James Corden had to take his shirt off too. Oh, it's so good. I mean, that's great stuff on YouTube. I mean, that's the engagement that just these episodes create is like, yeah, that's what I need to. That's like, okay, that's what I need to do as a YouTuber. That's what I need to find. Just that engagement.
As long as you don't have a cat's butt tattoo on your.
Yeah, I won't. No. I mean that's So I mean that's. But we can't use all that music, right, James? Because that's all copyrighted stuff. Those guys use it because they're all in on it, basically.
Yeah, well, actually, I remember we talked about this before. You can actually use the material. Now you can. It's not like before. The only
but
thing
they'll
is
make
you're not
all the
make
money.
Any,
you won't monetize it.
You'll make this much, and they'll make like this much.
Yeah,
yeah. So for me,
that's right.
It's probably a good time for me to do that now, though, because it doesn't matter now. I'm small.
Yeah, I look at it like this. Like you'll see in the video that I posted today, it's copyrighted material that we have inside there. But that's okay. Even if we don't make any money, it's providing something that keeps visibility to your audience, keeping their attention, and then when you monetize a full episode or something like that, you're going to come back for that. So sometimes you have to invest or you give away a little bit here so that you're more successful in another area. So that's the whole.
That's a very good point because like Lori and I have been in these brew pubs and they played copyrighted music. And I'm like, why haven't they? I tried to smother it and stuff, but it's there in the background and probably the computer can hear it probably.
Yeah, but we talked about that because now it's if you're a recording artist and you have a recording agency that represents you, now you as the content creator are making them more money in areas that they probably wouldn't have got before, and I think that's why they're able to do this arrangement now, so that you can put this material on there because they're the artists and recording studios and all. They make more money doing it like that. So they're like, oh, they finally open their eyes. Plus, you get to use their material now, so it's not so bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, because that gives me a lot more artistic freedom and maybe to get some traction as a channel. And I'm not worried about the money making part right now. I don't care. I may never care. Well, who am I kidding? Of course, I'd like to make money, but right now it doesn't matter. It's about getting some recognition and being noticed and grow. So yeah, maybe someone's brewed. I don't know. Well, we'll just keep at it. Keeping at it. We're learning from our mistakes.
Keep plugging away.
Keep plugging away.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, listen, guys. It's 8:50 here. Our electricity is gone in 10 minutes. I need to make sure everything is. I have 10 minutes worth of charging on my whatever devices I have that's going to last me for the next 7 hours here. So
James,
let me get to that. And thanks for inviting me on the show this morning, Art. I always have fun with you guys.
Good to have you.
The great people. The great people you have inside the chat section over here.
Chat's really solid tonight too.
Yeah. So I'm leaving, and I hear you're not going to be there next week, so I guess I won't be for a couple of weeks.
I think the week after, and oh wow, yeah, the 2 weeks after that, the 21st and the 28th, I'm back in the mountains.
No.
I don't know if I'll be available or not. Depends. We'll see how it goes.
Well,
that's what you always say. You always say that. Yeah, and somehow you end up sliding in somehow.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to commit to it. I'd rather under promise and over deliver. That I just don't want to be, you know.
All right, we'll see. All right, man. You guys have a good evening there in the U.S. and we'll catch up with you later.
All right. See ya.
Good night. Good day.
Good day.
Good day.
Yeah. Take off,
Hapon.
Is that what it is? Is that good evening or good
no,
day?
That'd be good. No,
good
that's Gabi. Good evening. Magadan Gabi.
Magadan Gabi. So Magadan is good?
That's right.
Okay.
Magadan Hapon is good afternoon.
Okay. Well, we're pushing 9 o'clock here in Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Daylight Time? Eastern Daylight Time.
That's daylight time. It's not standard
EDT.
yet. Not until
not till
October, November. I think it's November then.
I think it's November now. Pushed it out.
Switch over.
I
wish we could just stay on one time.
I know.
So we don't have to screw around.
Oh, I know. We're so. Didn't we talk about this? How it's.
James says beautiful. Beautiful morning. Beautiful.
Hey, you're supposed to be charging up your stuff, dude.
That's what I gotta do. I gotta charge up my FPV batteries.
I charged up my Mini 2 batteries and my smart controller battery and my pocket battery, and so maybe Lori and I can go do some wandering around tomorrow. Maybe film a little bit. Oh, and of course the Rode Wireless Go 2s have to be charged up. God, there's a lot of crap to charge, Art.
Yeah. Well, I've got GoPros and Osmo Pockets. I may take my Mavic Air 2, and I got filters. I got ND filters, so I thought I'd do a video on, do a side by side. Okay, here's without the filters, and here they are with the filters.
Yeah, you'll see without the filters, you won't see this motion blur, which is still kind of half-assed. You'll see it like really fast stuff will move like this, which looks really disturbingly odd.
Yeah.
That's the whole beauty of it, is to get that motion blur with the filters. Slow your shutter speed down. And
like on the water tower, you'd see more detail on the water tower. You'll see more of the imperfections in the metal and the paint. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And if I go around the eagles, you'll see more detail of the eagles. It won't be so blown out.
It would be blown out if you were trying to keep your shutter speed locked and you didn't have the filter to reduce that light entering the camera.
Yeah.
The lens and everything, the sensor. Yeah. Yeah. But it's. You know what? It's a pain in the ass though. Like I try to use variable NDs because there's so much adjustment required in the field when if you are going to do that and you want to lock in at ISO 100 and you want to lock in at 24 or 30 frames a second and you want to lock in at your 180 rule for shutter speed, like 1/60th for 30 frames or 1/50th for 24 or whatever. then you gotta keep adjusting your filter, right? To make it brighter or darker to let in the light so it's not over or underexposed.
Right.
And Lori's like, why is it taking you so long to set up? I gotta get the exposure right. It's like constantly a dance. Like we'll be outside and I have one setting, then we'll walk into a brewery or something. Wait a second, stop right there. Start messing with it, trying to get it like set for inside the
Well,
building.
one of the things I've been playing around with is I turned the GoPro 7 into a webcam.
I like it.
Yeah. I wasn't happy with the quality. I mean, I probably have to tweak the ISO adjustment. I think my ISO is a little too high. Maybe if I took it down to maybe 1200 or 1000,
Was it a little
probably
noisy?
look nice.
Probably pretty noisy if you're running that high
Yeah.
of an ISO. Yeah. Yeah. You wanna get-
It made my skin
Sensor.
look like an orange man.
Well,
Yeah.
your sensor can't. The little sensors, they can't handle it.
Yeah.
Like if you had like Lori's Sony, that thing we can crank the ISO way up on that thing and it's still awesome. But in fact,
Well,
you know,
I turned it down to 100, and it was almost totally black.
yeah, because you're not right. But I mean,
So
if you had
So I
enough
bumped it
light,
back
you'd have a
up,
nice
yeah.
crisp. You have a nice crisp noise-free image too. I mean, like with
Mhm.
the DJI stuff, like the Osmo Action and the Pocket 2, I find if I go over ISO 400, I'm asking for trouble. But 400 is about all you can push it. And then it just starts to get a little. It's weird. It almost gets like a filmy. It gets just enough noise where it's almost like film. But
Right.
but not. I can tolerate
Mhm.
that for lower light, but I don't like to go over 400 ISO 400 on those things.
Oh, Mark Torgeson, he was the winner last week. Oh, it hasn't. Okay, haven't. Oh, cool! It
It
arrived.
arrived. He hasn't set it up.
Cool.
Nice.
Enjoy. I'm glad it showed up. So, I'll be really excited to get this bad boy flying.
Yeah.
I was hoping I'd get working this weekend, but maybe tonight. I've got to change the setting on the transmitter from D8 to D16, and that'll probably take care of the binding issue.
What is D8 and D16 for a dummy?
Those are
a
like
FPV dummy?
protocols because my Tiny Hawk uses D8, and I think because this is an older controller,
Okay.
that I have to go to D16. Hopefully that'll take care of whatever issue. If not, Chris he'll be here next week to help me sort things out.
He'll sort you out. That'll be good. That's a great video opportunity right there.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, you can do a, teacher student thing. That'll be great. You have multiple cameras. Look at you ready. You're ready to go.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and this thing will be fast because compared to the Tiny Hawk, this thing will go. So I'll have to be gentle on the sticks when I throttle up because I don't want it to go woo way up there.
Yeah, the FPV, the DJI FPV, I only fly in sport at the moment because I have to go find some space and take it up high. Like the guy's like, what was it, 808 state? I think he just took it up like high enough where he could figure out acro or manual mode as
Right.
DJI calls it. At least get way up so you can figure it out so you have time to correct before it crashes to the ground. But that thing does like 60 miles per hour in sport mode. And I'm just a Mavic guy. That's hauling ass. Freaking fast.
Well, the nice thing about the Tiny Hawk 2 is, well, because it's got prop guards on it.
That is cool when the props are like enclosed.
It gives you, you get practice on your rolls. You know, the forward and the backward roll, or yeah,
Yeah.
and the spin, right spin, left spin. All you have to do is, like, when you do a roll, you just kind of give it a little oomph on the throttle when you come out of the roll. Otherwise, if you don't do it right, you'll slam it right into the pavement
ground
or the grass.
Yeah. Bill's on. Hey, Bill. Bill from Coast to Coast.
Oh, hey, Bill.
See, he hopped from country to country too. He was up in Canada with me for a little while, and now he's in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, that's the thing that's so weird for me, since I haven't flown manual mode yet, to get used to the throttle being way more important than it is on a camera drone, where you just, it's not like that, where actually you have to throttle forward and bank and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's a learning experience. So, yeah, I guess if I take the FPV up high enough, I don't have to worry about crashing it so much. So maybe,
yeah.
If it comes down, though, it's going to be in pieces, man. I mean, everybody, even Ken Dono, he tore his up, and
oh yeah,
pretty much everybody who's flown it in true manual mode has torn it up. It's pretty much a given.
Well, this thing is like a tank. I mean, this thing is really solid. So, but
it's all
still,
carbon fiber.
I don't
and
want
repairable.
Yeah.
Really.
Well,
really
and plus
repairable.
I got these little bumpers on the end here.
What are those made of? Those aluminum? The bumpers, the red bumpers.
This is carbon fiber. The frame is.
The black stuff is, but the red, is that aluminum? Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then the blue and the red around your motors and such.
Yeah. The red is plastic.
Oh, that's plastic? Okay, still. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
They're like little guards.
To protect the motors, basically.
Crack the mounts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob Casey, Aerials, welcome. Good to see you.
Yeah, it's wow. It's
Yep. So I'm going to make some fish and chips tonight. I've got frozen beer battered fish.
Ooh.
Get out my fryer, put some oil in there, and take some potatoes and cut them into French fries and fry them. Yeah. Yep. That way, in the morning, it'll all slide out.
Yikes. Sometimes, well, we probably should stop. That's TMI already.
Yeah.
I could really take it a step further and comment on how much toilet paper is required when what you just described happens. Yeah, maybe not. Well, too late. But okay, we'll stop. I wish Ken had stopped in. That would have been cool. But it was nice that he dropped you $10.
Yeah, that was nice. It wasn't until halfway through the show I go, oh, I forgot to monetize this. So while you and James were talking, I opened up another tab and went into editing.
Oh, you have to do that?
Monetization. Well, right now it's limited.
If you something else. I don't think I ever get to see the chat in the replays.
Oh?
Am I doing something wrong? Because I know, like, when I use StreamYards,
you know what? I don't think it does.
You have to go into YouTube, and you go into so StreamYards will do everything. It's all set up for you, but then you still have to go into YouTube and just go all the way down in your settings and click on Show Live Chat. There's a little checkbox.
Right.
Are you not doing that, or am I doing something wrong on my end when I'm watching?
You know what? Maybe I'm not doing that. And,
maybe I need to click on the little box to see the chat, like on a Premiere. You can click to see the replay in the chat. Could be me.
Yeah, because usually what I do is before the show I'll set up a schedule so that it'll
And StreamYards does all that. That's what's cool about it. Because I screwed that up. When I was doing.
I did that too a few times.
Yeah, it was really goofy.
Because I was doing it in YouTube and in StreamYards.
That's what I did, and then it didn't work, and then people were waiting to see a show that didn't happen, and that was like, yeah. Then of course Keith, who we're sharing his StreamYard, he was kind enough to loan it to me. He's like, "What the hell did you do, Chuck? Anyway?" And then I told him, he's like, "Oh, I know what you did wrong."
Yeah,
that's when I got learned.
So when I do that, then I get what I do is I use Canva to. Oh.
Yeah, James comment.
Yeah.
It's probably trying to play an ad and then not playing it or something.
There we go. So I go into Canva, and what I already have like a template for my when I do my thumbnail, and I just change, like show number, blah blah blah, and then then I'll have a new title in there, like tonight was FPV, how to set up and troubleshooting. So
yeah, I've been using the TubeBuddy stuff to make my thumbnails too.
So I
pretty cool.
Put that in, and I set the time. Oh, and then you gotta go through the title, put the title in, and the description. So what I do is I copy the description from previous, and I just edit it. I cut and paste.
You can
edit.
In YouTube. You can set up like a base title or base subject.
I've tried
basically.
that, but my way, I know how to do it.
Well, if you have a system, really, that's what it's all about, Art. You have a system that works for you, and that's cool. And that's true for everything, for creating your thumbnail and editing the thumbnail and getting all your description and title stuff in there. It takes time to get like into a groove for a way that works for you, because we're all different. Everybody's going to find the way that works for them best.
And I've been using that converter that converts MP4 into JPEG, so I could take a clip from a video and I go, ooh, that would be a good
grab a frame,
thumbnail.
Grab a frame?
I could grab a frame and I could go to Canva and do a whole new thumbnail. And I put that photo in and I could change it a little bit, or I could just put a title in it,
Yeah.
So
you can grab frames.
I got that from Sean Oz. He does that a lot, where he'll take a still from one of his videos.
Those are the best ones. That's the stuff that you want to use for a thumbnail typically. Anyway, you find like that right moment and grab it and use it. That's ideal. It's from your work. And fitting and everything. Yeah. Do that. I do that a lot. Or I guess you could use the green screen and you could put anything you want behind you from the video and put you anywhere you want I suppose.
Oh, and also at the end of the month, on the 28th, I'm going to be giving away a solar power bank.
Oh, you're going to give away another one of those little... Yeah. James could have used one today.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Bill. Let's see if I can get it to work. Oh, I think I gotta do it this way. Okay, let's see if it works this time.
Waiting.
Okay. Because I can't hear it when I'm in.
See, that's so weird.
Yeah. Did it go cha-ching?
No.
No?
Not yet. Isn't there something you said you had to do in the sequence? And Greg.
I gotta make sure that.
I haven't seen Greg in the chat or anything down under, but he's probably just, if he's watching, he's just shaking his head. Yep, Art. Gotta do everything for you. Come in and make cha-ching sounds.
Cash register. Yeah. Well, I got everything highlighted in the cash register thing. And that's highlighted, and I don't know what's going on. This VMix is weird, but anyway, Bill,
Johnny
thank
could use
you
a
very
power
much.
bank. See Johnny
Cha-ching.
Yeah, cha-ching.
Yeah,
Bill's a good dude.
Yeah.
Johnny DRC said he could use a power bank, I think.
Okay, well,
Get
come back at on the
28th?
28th and pick the right number. Yep.
Yeah.
So nobody said anything about the jokes? Anybody like my jokes up front?
A few of them, like I said, went right over my head.
Oh, I bet they did. They were drone jokes. Yeah.
Yeah. I liked the conceited one where I was looking down on people. There were a couple of them that struck me as pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You gotta get some fake like canned laughter like they used to use in the 60s and the 70s.
Well, you know what? I do have canned laughter.
I don't know if it's canned. I don't know if it's corny to have canned laughter or not, but it must be weird delivering the jokes without without that response.
Not having that reaction.
Right? Yeah, because you got to have like the feedback. It's kind of important. So laughter is like feedback to you as a comedian. I would think that would make it a lot easier.
So Tom wants to know who's playing on Spin Up. I'm still up in the air. It's starting to sound like maybe the transition won't take too long from the move, because I just found out Friday our new place is 2 miles away from our current location. So I will know the address this coming week. Then that way I could drive out there and take a look at it, and then I could get an idea of how I'm going to drive down there. So what route to take. Maybe it'll be faster, you know?
I know, unfortunately, I won't be doing Spin Up this year.
Yeah.
But it's one of these days I'll get down there.
But if the say they do it over a Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
And they get our department up and ready by Tuesday.
And you can go.
I could save my vacation time. I could use it for Spin Up.
Yeah, that's my problem. Everything's allocated already, so depending on how.
Wow. Yeah, you got this thing called Scotland.
Scotland. I hope so, man. I hope so. But then, if that fell through, I don't know if can you even get a place to stay for Spin Up or anything at this point. It's pretty happening, isn't it?
Well, Austin's a pretty big town. You could be out in the suburbs, maybe at
who to that?
La Cucaracha.
We'd be right at ground zero, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Right in the thick of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Right in the red light district.
Nice. Don't know what the future will hold.
Oh, that's why the rooms are so cheap, honey.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Spin Up. I'll be able to live vicariously through everybody there, because there'll be all kinds of YouTube videos and stuff up for Spin Up. It'll be all over the place. So, even if you can't make it like I can't, I won't be left out.
Well, thanks, Johnny. I got Johnny's address.
Yeah, good one. Up in the air about Spin Up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you got Johnny's?
Yeah, he just sent me his address. So
I've got it somewhere over here, man.
And next Wednesday is Bill from Coast to Coast Drones. It's his birthday, so I guess I'm going to be the guy roasting everybody.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
you mean that'll be on
I
therapy?
think by that time, Bill will get his toffee by then.
That'll be
some toffee.
So this Wednesday, drone therapy night is going to be roast Bill night?
Yep.
Well, all right. That'd be fun. Anybody's going to surprise and pop in? I hope. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Never know. Keep your secrets.
Yeah. John Coopy be real easy to roast.
Oh, well, Sean Geeksvana gets him pretty good all the time. Yeah. Those two guys. Yeah. Sean's been on.
Yes.
He was on with Ken again. What this was
Yep,
co-hosting
that's
this
right.
past
Yeah.
week.
Mm-hmm.
Geeks
Yeah.
Fauna's channel's doing pretty well. He's growing.
Yeah, he's got a pretty cool channel.
And like Michael with Fly Zone, he was on here earlier. His channel's growing. So I mean, it's possible.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, I think now that we're past July 4th and we're
Past midsummer.
coming into Labor Day pretty soon here, I think you're going to see your viewership is going to start going up.
Just gotta keep, like the rest of us, everybody in the
Yep.
chat, and everybody's gotta keep at it. Keep on plugging.
Well, last week I had a really good show, a ton of views, and every time I look, I go, "Oh wow, my views keep going up."
Going up and up and up. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'm at 51.44K. So,
Nice.
so the next milestone will be 75K. Yep.
I kind of like TubeBuddy for giving me a little clue on how things are going for my teeny tiny channel at the moment. It's so at least I'm using that to learn with. But man, I hadn't. Bill told me. Bill at Coast to Coast is the guy who told me about TubeBuddy. I didn't know anything about it.
Yep.
That's
That's
awesome.
what I use because it helps me with the tags.
Tags,
yeah.
thumbnails.
Yep. Thumbnails. Yep.
Keeping track of you get pretty decent analytics with YouTube
Yep.
itself, but it's nice to get them out of TubeBuddy. It's just, and then there's a bunch of they have like a forum and stuff too.
Johnny
Cool.
D says, "I'm happy breaking on." I remember those days too. When
Man, I broke. Yeah, I
just
remember.
getting going.
I was really excited.
Like Pusa Studios.
Yeah.
Started going on that, and you got those milestones. You're at 100, and then
You get to pick your URL at 100. That was great.
Yep.
What's the next one? Or it's 1,000, isn't it?
Yep, 1,000. That's when you could get monetized.
That's when you get monetized, and you get a community tab too, which is huge.
But here's the caveat: you need 1,000 subs, and then you need 4,000 watch hours.
A year, though, right? 4,000 watch hours a
Right.
year. Yeah, I saw that. I know that was the catch. That's why they say that people say you get so hung up on subscribership, but it's a formula. You have to have the damn views too. So, and that's why these people that buy subscription or buy subscribers.
Yeah.
That's you gotta have people that want to really watch your stuff, or what's the point? So you want people to subscribe to your channel because and then watch your stuff, watch the show, participate in the show. That's when the growth happens. Otherwise, who cares? You have 10,000 subscribers that you paid for, and then they don't watch your stuff anyway, so you don't get the views.
Oh, and then those subscribers, they'll disappear over time. Because YouTube will see that and start taking away. Like last week, I built up a bunch of subscribers, so I'm back up over 1,440, and I'm getting pretty close to 1,450. Be nice if I could get to 1,500. That'd be another milestone.
Yeah, nice. Me, I'm still trying to get the 500, but it'll happen.
Oh, no, it'll happen.
Keep plugging. Keep plugging.
And come in and go to all the different channels, and people see and oh yeah, check out that guy's channel. Like what Bill does, he helps to grow other channels.
Yeah,
he's kind of
support your local drone channel.
Yeah,
that's actually really cool. I had fun doing that with him one time. It was fun.
Yeah, and I
got
just
to
did
pick some of the
this
channels.
week, and
that was cool.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and there's what's cool about that. Like when Bill kind of gave me the homework to share the channels, I started kind of digging through and looking. I was like, God, there's a lot of good stuff out here, and a lot of these channels are super small, and they're just like, why are they so damn small? They're like, they're good. This shit's good. couldn't figure it out. So yeah,
Well, they just gotta get their name out and keep plugging away and building up those views, and also you gotta get more material out, more content, more
and Rick Coopy was
content. You
talking
gotta
about
get
that.
consistent on that. Yeah.
John Coopy said that he says regardless of how good it is, you got to get it out there. He said he talks about his cringeworthy stuff, like he looks back and cringes on some of his older stuff.
Yeah.
It's well, we all do. I cringe on some of my newer stuff. I go, wow, I thought that was okay. It's kind of like, ew, why is that out there? Yeah, you're right. Got to be consistent. That's why I've been working harder to get stuff out like once a week.
Right. And that's what I've been doing. And with this new flight club, that's helped me out too. No.
Yeah, but it is hard creating once a week because that means I have to go out. Lori and I have to go out and do something fun, which is easy. But then to film it and capture enough of the fun stuff to turn it into a project and then edit it up, then the work begins. There you go.
Yeah.
I do like 10 Toes logo. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, Bill designed my logo that I have. You know, and I use that every time. You know, when I do a video, I say, "Welcome to ArtCo Drone Solutions," and you see my logo, and then I go right into what the video is about.
Yeah, my physical logo and the graphic came
You
from my
got a cool
coworker.
logo. I like yours, and I like Keith's beginning
spot?
of the live stream. Yeah, beginning of the live stream. That is neat.
Yeah, he's really good with graphics. And thanks to it, because the logo kind of it popped into my head, and then I worked with a guy, one of my coworkers who does graphic design on the side. I sent him like a napkin drawing and like sent him a picture of it. I said, "Here's what I'm thinking. It's like tip the K a little bit, you know, put wings on it and blades on it and stuff." He's like, "Yeah, I know what you. I think here, check this out." And I told him what I wanted to do with the camera being the O and everything. Anyway, that's how that all came about. And
Right.
then the graphic that I use in my video was me learning DaVinci. That was my first graphic thing in DaVinci. I wanted to figure it out, so I created made it all alive, turned it into animation. But
And that's something I gotta learn how to do too.
And I haven't done it since I did that. So now it's like going back into that's DaVinci Fusion where you do all that stuff. And I've dabbled occasionally, but yeah, it's that's hard work. But it's until you get good at it, right? I mean, it's like anything else. You have to get good at it so we get past the learning curve. And I'm still way the hell down here in the learning curve, and I got to get up here to like master level so you can just crank stuff out. But it is cool. It's very. Bill asked me if I wanted him to help me with a logo, like animation and stuff. I'm like, no, man, I don't. He's like, and I think he was kind of like, really? I was like, yeah, I'm an idiot. I want to do it myself. I just want to suffer and do it myself. It's cause it's like part of the thing is like, okay, if I kiddingly say all the time I was picked last in gym class, but that's actually a fact. It's a fact. So to be able to do these things now and be a creator and learn how to do graphics and learn how to edit videos and be a good filmmaker, that's big for me. It's like accomplishment.
Yeah.
Being on with you is an accomplishment. I mean, there was a time where I would have no way. It'd keep me off that camera.
Well, I used to have Mitch, old guy in the drone. He was like a regular on my show. Now you don't see him anymore. He just got tired of it and dealing with some idiots that were giving him crap, and so he just said, screw it. He was tired about the politics of YouTube, you know. He just said, I'm done.
Yeah, I had a rough going back, 6 months ago now? Yeah, I'd say about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Got into a bad element, but it seems to have worked itself clear for whatever reason. Yeah, I know it is tough. It's and these guys like Johnny D saying, "I'm happy breaking 100." Well, dude, that's where it starts. I mean, I was so excited. I got the 99, and then I remember it went down to like I was like 99 subscribers. Then it went down to like 98, 97. I was like, "Where'd you go? Wait, come back! I'm on my 100." It's like, you know what I mean? And then finally got to 100 and clicked free the URL. That's when you can finally create your own custom URL. That was a big deal. And like 10 Toes saying, "What is it, 144?" Well, dude, just keep creating and you know, it'll happen. I think finding something that you really like to do though is a big part of it too. You find the subject or whatever that you do, so your channel has some kind of like you gotta have a theme, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, I mean, you work on your persona and it's kind of like being a comedian. You have to work on your stage presence, your material, and so that's where I had kind of an advantage over some of these other channels, is because, you know, I was stand-up comic for 25 years, and so this is kind of like doing that all over again instead of writing
it's natural.
jokes. You know, I was learning how to do video and photography and artwork and putting it all together. It's just like it's an evolving process.
It is an evolving process.
Yep.
And then having like Lori jumping in front of the camera, she's well, we're both getting more comfortable, but it takes a long time to get really comfortable because the viewers pick up on that. I mean, it's really important to be in front of the camera so that, like you and I talking now, we're in front of the camera and it's like no big deal. But when you're filming a video and people are like, Lori and I will be at some public location and we'll be like, we want to do the intro for the public location. Then people are watching us do our intro in public. It's kind of nerve wracking. We just got to get past that.
You got to get past that.
It'll happen. It's just taking time to get past it.
Just takes.
But we'll get there. And then, like, I mean, I look at Lori and me, and I see how we're just slowly loosening up. So it's kind of because the viewers pick up on that. If they pick up on the tension, and that's distracting. So you can't have the tension. You got to just be chill, without being stupid and fake too. Because like I want to be Chuck. I mean, here I am, and I don't want to be some robotic fake Chuck. That's not cool. Plus, it takes more work to be fake, rather just be me. So anyway.
Well, Chuck, we did 2.5 hours.
Yeah, that's probably enough.
And our viewership is dropping off. So
they're getting bored with me yapping. See, now I'm slowing it down.
So I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming to the show. It's been a pleasure as always. Always having a great time doing this. I always look forward to, is it Saturday yet? Oh boy, what am I going to talk about?
And the diehards always stick with you.
Yep.
Look at the people in the chat that are always there. 10 Toes, Johnny DRC, who else is in here? Guys are just
all right. So I gotta get going so I can make dinner. Gotta go throw some fish in the fryer and made some fish and chips. Cut up some potatoes. Made some fries.
Proper fish and chips with batter.
Well, these are Gordon's.
Oh, they'll be
frozen. They're pretty darn good for, frozen. Yeah.
You hang out with these British guys in the drone community, and you learn that proper fish and chips have to be battered, not breaded.
Yeah. Well, these are beer battered, so.
Ooh, that's okay.
Yeah. So, and then I got to charge up some little FPV batteries.
Ooh,
so I've
those
been
cute little things.
Slacking on that. And Mark, the winner of the drone, he got the one that came with the drone, so I shipped that in, and so
So he's ready
I
to
got
fly.
the goggles charged up. All I have to do is charge up the other cameras, and I'll charge up the Mavic Air 2. Get that ready.
Yeah, get that Mavic Air 2 up in the air. That's a sweet little drone.
Yeah. And hopefully, tonight I could play around with this and if I get this working, all I need to do is spin the motors, then I know that it's bound and it's working. So then I could take that out and we'll get some video from the 5-inch. So
It's gonna be fast. Things gonna be fast, man.
Yeah. So
All
right. So let's get going, everybody. So Chuck, good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
I'll see you in 2 weeks. Well, if you can make it.
We'll see how it
out
goes.
Of your hectic schedule up in the
it's more about if we're out and about. Like even like today, it's a little tricky to be back here in time for 7 because usually we get going late in the day and then it's just tough. But when we're up there screwing around, when I get back to the house till like halfway through the show, that's the problem.
All right, well, we'll catch you when you can make it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, take care.
Peace out. Thanks, Art. Thanks.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for coming and have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. So take care. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye some more. See ya.